If you're looking for an ultra budget gaming PC build under $500, you came to the right place. And if you have around $580, this video is going to be for you as well, because I will show you a different PC build at the end in case your budget is a bit higher. I want to start by saying that you will have all the links for this PC build and also Prebuilt PCs for every single budget down below in the description. Now at this price point, I do not recommend you buying a Prebuilt PC because they are mostly a scam. So if you have this budget and you don't want to build it by yourself, I would highly recommend you buying a console like the Xbox Series S or pushing into the PS5 or Xbox Series X. You can connect a mouse and a keyboard to those consoles to make it like a PC type of experience. With that being said, let's start. With the CPU, I went with the i3-10100F. Right now it's $73 and it was cheaper recently. I believe it was around $68, but anyway, $73 for a CPU, it's pretty good considering that it's going to be enough for 1080p gaming, which is what you're aiming for with this PC. Then for the motherboard, I picked the Gigabyte B560M, which is a really good motherboard for the price of $75 and it has good features for this type of budget. Then for the memory kit, I picked the Team Group T-Force Dark, 16 gigs of RAM, 2x8 of course, this is dual channel, DDR4 at 3600 MHz, CL18 memory. Once again, this is all that we're going to need for gaming. Do not go with 32 gigs of RAM, especially at this price point where every single dollar counts for your performance. Then for the storage, I picked the Crucial P2 500 gigs of M.2 SSD. Now at this price point you can go with a hard drive if you feel like you need more storage, but if you want a fast SSD, go with this one. 500 gigs will get you started, you can upgrade it down the line. And considering that the motherboard supports another M.2 SSD, you can also get a fast one down the line. For the graphics card and the most important part for gaming, I picked the graphics card from eBay. This one is used and we are talking about the RX 580 with 8 gigs of VRAM. This is similar to the GTX 1650 Super, so you will be able to run games at 1080p without any issues. Now if you want to run the latest AAA titles on ultra settings, that is not going to happen. If you want to play those games at the highest settings, you will need a higher budget. But if you're looking to play esports titles such as Valorant, Fortnite and CSGO at above 144 FPS on average, and on the last case CSGO is going to run above 240, then this PC will be great for you. Of course you can also play games like GTA 5 without any issues, Red Dead Redemption 2, depending on the settings. For this price I think it's a really good PC, considering that if you want a private PC you will need to spend at least $610 for a type of performance like this one to get something like the HP Pavilion that has the GTX 1650 Super and the i3-10100, but that one has 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of SSD, so performance will be worse than this, and also this PC is much more upgradable, so I think that the price is really decent for this type of PC. For the case, I picked the Thermaltake Versa H18 Micro ATX Mini Tower case. This one has a front mesh panel and it's going to give you enough airflow for this type of PC, considering that these components don't require a lot of power. You can even go for a cheaper case, but I wanted to give you something with a front mesh panel and good airflow in case you upgrade this PC down the line. Then for the power supply, I picked the Asus TUF Gaming B 550W 80 Plus bronze power supply. This is going to be enough for this type of PC and it's not going to risk any of your components. This is a B-tier power supply and it also gives you some room for future upgradability. Now of course you don't want to go with something like the RTX 3060 Ti in the future and then you change the CPU to the i5-12400. This power supply won't support that, but if you want to upgrade to something like the RTX 2060 and then upgrade to the i3-12100F, that is going to be a good upgrade and this power supply will support it. And then I added 2 extra fans for $8 each. You can take this off if you want to make this PC as cheap as possible, but if you want even better airflow, better temperatures overall, I do recommend you getting these 2 fans. So the total price for this PC is going to be $465, which I strongly believe that this is a really good price for a 1080p computer. And like I said, if you want a cheaper price, take out the case fans. Now if you have an extra $100 to spend, I recommend you getting the i3-12100F with the MSI Pro B660M Micro ATX motherboard and then upgrading the GPU to the RX 5600 XT this one is as well used. But if you want to get something brand new, you can get something like the GTX 1660 Super for around this price. So if you want to spend around 30 extra bucks, you can get a 1660 Super brand new, but it's not going to be as good as the 5600X. That is something to keep in mind. This 5600 XT, sorry I said X last time, my bad. It's going to be similar to the RTX 2060 when it comes to performance. And then I changed the case to the Thermaltake B150 ARGB Micro ATX case. This one has better airflow, especially for this type of components, which are a bit more powerful than the last ones. The price for this version is $574, and you will have this PC as well down below in the description. I think that both PCs are going to be great for 1080p. Now, if you want the highest performance, of course, go with the last one. But if you're working with a really tight budget and you are not going to play the most demanding games, I think the last one will be enough for you. And for this budget, trust me, you don't want to make a mistake and buy the wrong monitor, and you don't want to go for a high-end monitor, especially for these two PCs. That's why I recommend you watching my gaming monitor guide. I go from A to Z on how much you should spend on your gaming monitor depending on case by case. So if you don't have any knowledge about monitors, if you watch that video, trust me, at the end you will know which one to buy. And if you found this video helpful, leave a like and subscribe, but most importantly, hit that bell button so you get notified when I upload this type of videos. And you will also get notified when I upload posts, which I upload a lot of deals on my posts. So keep that in mind if you wanna get updated on PC deals every single week. And if you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section. I try to reply as fast as possible. So thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.